taking these road closures, you know, the Sheriff's Department, the Park Service, those people would make that decision, I'm assuming, if it were very, very, very urgent.
In your inspection of all of these roads and everything, what is the degree of damage?
The worst.
How would you describe it?
The worst that I saw today, and remember, I went out on there about noon, which is about at extreme low tide. But the worst that I saw was just north of Hatteras Village, where the water came up basically halfway up the hubcap of an NCDOT truck. So that was pretty deep, and that was where the dune breaches were the worst. They are also very bad at the north of Ocracoke. Obviously, I didn't make it there today, but the dune breaches at the north end of Ocracoke are also fairly serious.
Now, we have seen video of the sand movers moving the sand back to the dunes. Is that the breach you're talking about? It looks like it's massive.
Depends on where you saw it, because we've been moving sand to the dunes in lots of places, including
Village, right outside
yes,
Village.
yes, that is where the breach is the most serious, at least on Hatteras Island.
Tell me about that breach outside Hatteras Village.
Okay, that is just north of Hatteras Village. There is a protective dune there. The thing is that beach faces southeast, and that was the direction that Erin was coming from, so that got the worst of it over the last few high tide cycles. Now that the storm has moved almost directly to our east, that is where our concern comes in with like Pea Island and Rodanthe and those places.
Have any sections of road been damaged?
We have seen no indication of any actual road damage at this point, but there is road that's still covered with sand and water, and until that is cleared, we won't be able to make a final determination as to whether there's any actual pavement damage.
Tim, you talk about Erin showing its teeth and damage to underneath the concrete, what we talked about yesterday.
Yes.
Can you kind of tell us, are we through the thick of that, and is that the main concern once that water clears?
Well, yeah, as I was saying before, we have not seen any indication of pavement damage at this point. However, there is still pavement that is covered with water and sand, and until we're able to clear that off, we won't be able to make a final determination as to whether there's any pavement damage or not.
If there is any pavement damage, what could that mean for the potential reopening of the road?
That would mean a longer closure. If we actually had to go in and repair the road, that would likely mean a closure of more than what we're looking at right now.
Is there a count on number of assets you have down taking care of the stretch from here, like say past Rodanthe?
Yes, let me make sure I get that correct. We have 13 front-end loaders that are ours, rental and ours, 3 motor graders, 6 bulldozers, 4 DOT and 2 rentals, 2 excavators that are ours, 2 more front-end loaders that we can have on call, 2 more contractors we can have on call, and then of course if things get, we've got 16 workers, actually a total of 19 workers, and then if we need more, we've got 14 counties in Division 1 that are on standby to come in if need be.
Obviously, you guys are no stranger to hurricanes, no stranger to overwash. How does this response compare to what you guys have had to do in the past?
Well, I think the difference has been the fact that this storm never actually came ashore. I think that is what people expect when a storm actually comes ashore, but this storm was so large and so powerful that it pushed that water without even coming ashore, and I think that's where people might have gotten a little lax about this, is that they thought, oh, it's not coming ashore, we don't have to worry about it. Well, this storm was pushing enough water to overwash the areas that we're talking about right now, and in that way it was a little bit unique from what we see usually with tropical storms, hurricanes, and nor'easters.
Sir, could you identify yourself again?
Yes, my name is Tim Haas, H-A-S-S, Communications Officer for Division 1.
Division 1 of DOT?
Yeah.
State DOT.
Yeah.
Thank you. Haas.
Are you able to bring in the county manager for a second?
Absolutely. Mr. Alton?
Tim, can you just look at me?
Yes. Okay.
Please identify yourself, sir.
Hey, I'm Bobby Outten. I'm the Dare County Manager.
Could you spell your last name, sir?
Sure, O-U-T-T-E-N.
Well, it seems like a lot of locals are thinking we're through the thick of this without major damage. You know, the Black Pearl, a sign of, optimism getting through these type of events. What have you heard, and kind of what kind of message can you convey to people that don't live here about what's gone on this week?
Well, we've prepared as a regular hurricane as we would do anything else. We've got a large amount of water over the road, DOT's done a wonderful job getting that cleaned up, but we've got another high tide tonight. So tomorrow morning when the sun's up and we can see, then we can look at where we are with the roads. DOT will get out there and move sand. We'll find out what's going on, and then we'll start looking at what we do to begin the recovery and to get people back on the island.
Now, Bobby, you're county manager for all of Dare County. What's your concern about what you just heard Tim saying about Hatteras Village and the breach of the dunes?
Well, the breach of the dunes is something that we would have expected in that area. And the good news is it looks like it was water and sand. We're hopeful that it's not the pavement, because the pavement takes longer to repair to provide access. It's good news, bad news. There's about 3 places we could have that problem. It was the southernmost place, and so that means the northern areas are going to be, able to move around in quicker than maybe the southern area. But hopefully that pavement's not breached, and if it's not, then DOT will get the water off, get the sand off. You just saw a bunch of pumps go by. We sent pump trucks down there to get that water off of the road so they can work, and so we're hopeful to get that stuff going in earnest tomorrow.
What else is being done or can be done, do you think, to help prevent something like this in the future? Or what would you like to see done?
Well, we have what's called an NC12 task force. NC12 is a highway. The task force has recommended the only solution to this that's permanent is bridging around these trouble areas. The problem with that is it's really expensive. So in the meantime, what we do is we do the best we can, and DOT moves up the dunes. We get the overwash, they move the dunes back, and we continually do that. We've been able to hold off the ocean for a while, and that's the only solution that we have until such time as the bridges could be built.
Ferry service, I guess unknown now, right now.
Jed,
When they start again?
you want to talk to Jed?
Jed's here, he can tell you that.
Yeah.
Did you want to say anything else, Bobby?
Oh, no, I'm good.
You're good?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. This is Jed Dixon. He's the head of the Ferry Division.
Jed, if you can spell your name for us.
JEDDIXON. Yes, sir.
Jackie, what can you tell us about the ferry service, and I guess right now it's undecided.
Yeah, we're on standby. We finished the evacuation of Ocracoke yesterday, and we've got crews and boats staged ready to respond for any situation that may arise with emergency ferries.
How long will it take to get back to normal?
So we have to assess the channels. We'll do that as soon as the weather subsides. As soon as we get clearance from the Coast Guard and we can ensure the roadways are clear, we can resume operations. I would think a few hours we should be able to do that.
If I live on Ocracoke or I'm visiting Ocracoke, when do you think I'll be able to get there?
The weather looks favorable for tomorrow. We'll be doing our assessments in the morning, and we'll make the decisions once we know the channels are clear.
Thanks, sir. Thanks, sir.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Anyone else? Good? Thank you, guys.
Okay, are we good?
Got that right.
That's a brief.
There's no
You may need to color balance a little bit, but I can't see the white balance in this camera.
Wait, is that not the one with the flip-up lenses? The two main breaches
Really?
right now.
I hate this camera. Oh my god.
About the camera, I can't stand that eyepiece that I have.